Hi Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is going to be your reading. I've been having some technology difficulties, so I'm recording this on my phone. Yeah, so my audio and stuff wasn't working on my computer, and now it's just doing its thing. So it is what it is. So I'm going to jump right in. One sec. I definitely get the sense that you guys are 100% moving forward from an unhealthy situation. I feel like you guys are also not going through a crisis, but like you guys are kind of going through like an immense healing process that maybe you guys aren't really talking about. Like you might not be like thoroughly discussing your emotions with the people around you, maybe because it's something that you just need to process on your own time. There's a song, okay, maybe you guys are really linked to music, but there's a very strong presence of a Sagittarian energy here, who's trying to kind of help you, like, come out of this situation of, like, this hopelessness feeling, because it's not, like, a sadness, but it's a little bit of, like, a depression. Might be a father figure. It's a more masculine energy, in my opinion. They might be older than you, but they're trying to, like, pull you out of, like, the sorrow that you've been feeling recently. Or the situation that you've been going through that kind of makes you feel hopeless or, like, at a loss of words. I feel like when it comes to that, it's because of a conflict that might have been around you, whether it be with a partner or with a family member. Woo, okay. You have the Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the Sun. I feel like a lot of you are learning how to juggle between finding self-love and giving room for others too. Like, you guys have been through a lot with the people around you, so I feel like it really took a lot for you to gain, like, stability when it came to balancing out, like, self-care, friendships, relationships, work, school. Like, all of that juggling was, like, really intense for you for a time period, and it seems that you're coming into more of a position where you are unifying that, because, like, the Ace of Cups is in here, and the Ace of Cups oftentimes talks to me a lot about self-love. You might be juggling a work opportunity or two work opportunities that you're kind of waiting for your ships to come in. There's something that you're not communicating. I'm also hearing tonsillitis. Like, I don't know if somebody's sick, but see a doctor. I also feel like you're learning how to unify the masculine and the feminine energies that come within yourself. And if you're not working on yourself and you're kind of like in that stable part and you're just kind of like in that soulmate type of energy, I do get the sense there is going to be two opportunities that present itself when it comes to a relationship. I'm hearing Aquarius, and then I'm also hearing an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But it seems like you're aligning. Yeah, you're coming out into the Empress energy here. It actually fell this face up that way. But it's like you, by stepping into this type of an energy, like, you're allowing, like, the sun to illuminate, like, your path. Like, you're allowing, by going into self-care and by putting yourself first and loving yourself first, you're allowing the universe to give you multiple opportunities that, yes, it is kind of a juggling act, but you're doing it profoundly. And it's allowing you to really step into your power as the Empress here. But with it, sitting kind of like this, I do get a sense that you are a little bit emotionally closed off, not in a bad way, but more in like a self-protection type of way, which isn't bad. I also really see you grounding yourself and really connecting with the earth elements. Like there's something about getting out in the sun that is like super, super important for you, because it's going to give you that life and give you that energy. It's like a very Leo-esque energy. You might actually be dealing with a Leo. Or you might have strong Leo placements. You might be connecting a lot with birds as well, like maybe like hawks, vultures, big birds. Like not little birds, like big, big birds. There's an opportunity for new growth and like new life to like present itself, and I really see you being optimistic about that as you go about like juggling kind of your opportunities, whether it be with relationships and people or work opportunities. However, I do get the sense that you might kind of have a lingering feeling of being left out in the cold, and it's caused you to have a great deal of strength in this situation. Like it's kind of like you're holding out hope, even though it's like, okay, I can't sit outside in the cold too much longer, like I'm gonna let myself in the freaking house. And you are kind of going through that type of a power here. Yeah, so we have Cancer energy right here. Okay, moving forward. You're moving right towards like love, right towards passion, right towards like that Two of Cups soulmate union. You're moving right towards like a union with yourself if you're not dealing with another person. Because like honestly, like yeah, the Two of Cups is the Two of Cups and it talks about a soulmate union, but like you also can't neglect yourself. So like you could be unifying like the masculine and the feminine within yourself for like the highest potential of self-love, which is like amazing. And like one, you know, when you love yourself, like that's when you allow the law of attraction to work in your favor. But it's like a very strong, there's something about medical, like I don't know if somebody needs to like just really take care of themselves and focus on their health, maybe see a doctor just for like a checkup. I'm not getting any urgent like messages, but again, I'm pretty sure I said tonsillitis not too long ago. So if you're having like sore throat problems and whatnot, like it might be beneficial to go see a doctor. But it is really stepping into your power. And again, with this medical symbol, because he's holding a medical symbol here, this really is talking to me about like the pursuit of taking care of yourself and aligning yourself on the vibration of coming together with your soulmate. That I do feel present in your energy, but it's like they're not there yet. They might have just released an unhealthy cycle in their life. You could have been juggling an air sign, an Aquarius, but it seems that they're a little bit closed off. Like they're a little bit closed off. Like you have the Queen of Swords here in this position. And then you have the World, okay? So either this person is kind of like this person might have been illuminated, or actually what I'm seeing here, if you're not the one juggling opportunities and you're just kind of chilling and you're working on yourself, this Aquarian energy that's kind of like lingering, like I'm getting a very strong air presence with the Queen of Swords here. So it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They could have been juggling multiple opportunities or multiple people, and somebody's been illuminated to like a cycle closing, and they might be like putting an end to it, because it's kind of like they're looking at, they're walking away from a Five of Cups energy. So you might have been dealing with somebody who was like really sad for a while, but it seems like they're closing out a cycle of like walking away from that, or you turned your back on them and it kind of left them in a feeling of like despair, like crying over spilt milk because they did something petty. Because it's like whoever you're dealing with, it feels like they have a tendency to like really stay in like really negative energy, like really dark energy. Not dark in a bad way, but like dark as in like they dwell a lot. And this dwelling, like they're working on closing out a cycle of this dwelling energy, but it's like you're just kind of sitting patiently and waiting, but they're moving towards closing out that cycle. But I do get the sense that there is a lingering Five of Cups energy, whether it be you or the person that you're dealing with. Because again, I do feel a strong Cancer energy. I do feel a strong Leo energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all of the fixed signs, Aquarius, what is it, Leo, Taurus, and is it Scorpio? Ooh. My mind is like blanking on that for some reason. Anyway, whether it's you that has this Five of Cups energy, there's an opportunity for new rebirth. It's like if they would just turn around and see that rose is right there, they would see that the rose comes from the back of your throne. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a connection there, and they're like not really looking at it because they're crying over spilt milk, and it's like they have a rose that points them right in your direction, but they're not looking at it at the moment. The Tower card just fell out with the Emperor face up, but it's also, and the Lovers fell on the floor, but there's like a lot of cards here. Somebody, like, I'll take these into consideration because they feel like they fit. You could have a Tower moment coming towards you about stability or your home life or what this person's intention is. It's going to cause you to kind of feel like you're in a midst of chaos. It's kind of like causing you to like retreat severely. Not in a bad way, but it's kind of causing you to like close up into your shell and to be like, okay, into your shell. Like, you might have like strong Cancer placement or something. I just saw 1122 that came out in the last reading I did for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Something's gonna happen amidst, like, something's gonna happen within your, like, this isn't a bad tower, you know what I mean? Because, like, the Cancer energy of the Chariot is here too in this card. So I don't think whatever is going to happen is going to be bad, but it's going to cause you to kind of, like, retreat from all the chaos. It's like whatever you're facing is dealing with, like, a lot of, it's just, like, a lot of fighting and stuff, and you're just, like, not about it. So it's kind of like you're taking control of the situation, and you're making a choice. And in my opinion, this choice has to do with, like, it could be a Gemini that you're dealing with that you're going to have to make this choice with. But you're turning your back and you're just like, like, I'm not dealing with this petty chaos anymore. I'm going to move towards something that fulfills me, emotionally and whatnot. There is kind of like the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, so there was some deceptive energy. Maybe some lies came out in the process of this Tower moment that kind of gave you clarity on what you're supposed to do now with, like, your current situation. But yeah, I'm going to take these because it was a lot of cards, and I'm going to shuffle one more time and see if I can get any best advice. A lot of you guys need to work on your throat chakra. You guys need to start speaking from your soul a little bit more. I don't know if you're afraid to, like, speak or, like, afraid of conflict, so that's why you're not speaking. But, like, there's something here about opening up your throat chakra and not being afraid to, like, speak your truth. And again, yeah, the Ace of Swords here wants to pop out as a shuffle. And it's like, you don't have to do it in a nasty way, but it's like, learn how to communicate from your heart and your soul. Again, with a whole pile of cards coming out here. So there is some type of an apology, or this is advice to you, is to just be open and giving of, like, either somebody's going to come towards you with an apology, or you're going to move towards somebody else with an apology. And I do kind of get the sense that, I don't know, like, it's like, when you offer, if it's you that's offering this apology or, like, this cup of love to somebody, they're just having me really hone in on, like, a suit of armor. So just make sure that you protect yourself energetically, because I kind of feel like you're dealing with a really negative situation that affects your, like, aura and stuff. So it's like a protective, like, make sure that you have your armor on when you go to, like, deliver this message. My hair is driving me nuts. I don't know, maybe somebody needs a haircut or something. It's just, like, really poofy and I can't handle it. I'm frizzy. I feel so frizzy. I don't even know how you can feel frizzy. I just feel frizzy. It's so hot here. It's like 100 degrees outside right now. Yeah, the Ace of Cups just flew out. So, like, honestly, this really is speaking to me about self-love, and it's really talking to me about, like, really grounding yourself outside. Like, you might be super connected to mountains, you might be super connected to birds, but it's like, I feel the sense that, like, this is really just talking about, like, holding in your power and, like, knowing what you deserve and, like, really going after what feeds your soul. And if you are dealing with somebody else, it does seem like they're going to come in and offer you something. It seems like they're going to come in and offer you some type of cup, and it's like the cup that I feel like they're giving you is the Ace of Cups. So if you're dealing with somebody who's coming towards you, that maybe, like, the person who's coming out of this Five of Cups energy, it's like once they go through what they need to go through, they turn right around and they come back on this white horse. You see what I mean? And they have a cup in their hand, and they're like, they're pretty guarded, they're a little bit overprotective with themselves, but I mean, I feel like that's deserved because I feel like they've been through a lot. But they're, like, coming right at you with the Ace of Cups here. You see what I mean? That's beautiful. Let me see if I can get your advice. Somebody has anxiety about it. Or somebody has anxiety about just anything in general. Whoa, whoa. This just, again, with the anxiety, it just flipped on my hand here. We have the Ace of Swords here, so it's like, you know what I mean? It's like somebody's coming in like this, and somebody's coming in like this. And it's like you both are a little bit defensive. One might be a little bit more kind of having an attitude about things, but it's like you both are super protected and you both are super guarded, and it's like, can you just meet them in the middle? You know what I mean? Like, can you find a middle ground? And like, I can't get over the fact, because it's just like you both are coming at each other with such, like, intense energy if it is two separate people. And if this is about yourself, it's like transforming from, like, this, you know, like this being like an advice card. It's like transforming from being, like, a little bit more hesitant to being a little bit more direct with your words. Not being cutthroat or anything like that, but just being more direct with where you're trying to, like, get your point across to. Really, like, stepping into your power. And honestly, you might have to, if this is what you're protecting. Like, if this is all about you, you might be, like, coming up against an individual who you feel like you need to defend your passion for it. It's like you need to protect this within yourself, so this is how you're coming out. There's, like, a multitude of energies in here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Like, you guys are, like, all over the place, but not in, like, a bad way, but it's, like, a all over the place type of energy. Like, I don't know if you feel like you don't have any grounding, if you're just, like, the carpet was ripped out from underneath your feet type of deal. There's something here. But the person that you were dealing with, like, they were in a more darker place. Now, you could be presenting, like, a cup of love to somebody, and they don't take it the right way. Like, they meet you with conflict, and it's just like, why the hell is this always how you meet me? You know what I mean? Like, why the hell are you meeting me with conflict when I'm just trying to give you emotion? It's like this person, if you're dealing with somebody who, like, isn't very good at connecting in with their emotions, like, they're just very defensive towards you. And you're just like, why are you being defensive? Like, chill. You know what I mean? Like, don't be all, like, it's almost like, it's kind of petty. Like, it's very childlike. And it's like this kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like, energy. That's also a possible story. You have envy here, so it's I am the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. So I really feel like you're acknowledging, like, that union between, like, you and everybody else, and really just being like, I'm just like everybody else, and I just have different challenges. So you're really moving into, like, that Empress power of just being like, of accepting that, like, everybody has a journey and everybody has a path. Forgiveness popped out. I acknowledge that. Wow. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And it's like, you are recognizing how unhealthy those things are. Like, you might be dealing with somebody who doesn't know how to forgive and who has a lot of envy, and you're just like trying to be the example for them in order to really kind of, you know, come to their own. And then you have self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And again, I really get the sense that you really need to, like, speak your truth. Like, speak from your heart. Speak from your soul. Like, don't be afraid of, like, what it is. Like, love yourself for who you are and acknowledge what your needs are. And know that you possess the gifts of the soul that benefit others. You know? It's like, you can help. Like, you're a helpful person. Like, for whoever I'm reading for, you know, a multitude of people, because this is a general reading, it's like you're acknowledging that, like, you're just like everybody else, and it's like you're understanding, you learned a lesson that forgiveness is very important. Like, you learned something from this person, and it taught you that you need to, like, not harbor resentment. It taught you that you need to let it go, that you need to forgive, that, you know, that you are the same as everybody else. They're mirrors of each other, but you guys just have different challenges. And knowing how to love yourself, and to know that you possess the gifts of the soul that benefit you and other people. Like, you have a purpose, you have a journey, and it's just as important as everybody else's. Even though it might not be clear to you yet, it's still there. Like, you're understanding that, like, hey, maybe it's just, you know, maybe I'm not ready to, you know, do this. Or you could be younger, you could be, you know, just not in a place of, you're, like, on the cusp of change, and it's so big that and it's so profound that I don't even think that you see it within yourself, but you will, like, over time. So that's kind of cryptic, but that's for somebody. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things. This really speaks to me about, like, you know, being gentle and being delicate, and really kind of just, you know, remaining in your, like, just taking care of, like, your home, your nest, you know what I mean? And then you have frog spirit here, clear out the clutter. And again, with taking care of your home and taking care of your nest, it's like, clear out what no longer serves you. Like, negative self-beliefs, limited self-beliefs, negative self-talk, like, all that shit that we don't want to talk about, because it's really, like, you know, we just don't want to fucking talk about it. But it's like, let all that shit go. Like, clear out that mental clutter. Clear out that clutter within your heart space. And then you have turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace, okay? And koala spirit at the bottom here, I was actually drawn to that. Spirit has a plan. So just remember that, like, no matter what's happening in your life, it's for a reason. Like, Spirit has a plan for you, regardless if you see it or not. It's just trusting and allowing the universe to work in your favor, and just remaining in your power, loving yourself, you know, juggling those opportunities that the universe gives you with grace and with love, and being able to really, like, balance and create harmony and unity for yourself. So that's really what I see here. But alright, so that's what I got for you guys. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, just saw 333 on the clock. Could be a number for you. Also, 2222 it might be a number for you. You could be consistently waking up in the morning at that time, like 222, 333, 444 type of thing. Just know that that is your, like, they're just trying to let you know that you're there. You know, that they're, well, not that you're there, but yes, that you're there, but that they're there too, like your guides, like your angels, like whoever you know, connect with and source from, like, they're letting you know that, like, they're there for you, and they're just saying, like, hi, you know what I mean? Just acknowledge them and give, you know, give that gratitude whenever you can. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later. See you. Peace.